Okay, swap the props. Not taking it seriously enough, so there's no feedback. There's backsliding behind, we're not working with them. So that has to shift.
He came into the group and straight away, this ain't good enough.
Prepare during the week, read your cues, boys. It's not our last test either. Get that out of your heads. It is the next test match for the All Blacks.
Yeah, well, obviously, you know, it's no secret Ireland cleaned them up, didn't they? Couldn't hide from that. We couldn't avoid any hard conversations there because it'll come back and bite you, usually with a bit of GST attached.
The All Blacks should never accept losing is okay. But the reality is we will lose some, and it's our reaction to those losses and how deep and committed we are to turning those things around. That's the attitude that's required, rather than saying, oh, it's okay, next week will be fine, is actually saying, no, that's unacceptable. We need to figure out things we need to change so that doesn't happen again.
This first part is about you getting the call-up.
Yes, I was over in Fiji coaching them. We had the Pacific Nations Cup, and then the wife was due to come over for a holiday, and I got the phone call from Foz. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, to be fair.
We've got Plumtree gone, Brad Moore gone, and we've got Jason Ryan has been added.
Pretty overwhelmed, but looking forward to it. Well, what's ahead? It's going to be great. Dream come true for you? Yep, 100%.
Next minute, you're in Wellington coaching the All Blacks.
This whole period, there's a lot of things happening. So dealing with that, you know, it wasn't easy. And how you integrate new people and make the changes when you're in the middle of competition is never ideal. And it certainly was a tough time.
They'd have a bit of time off since the Irish series, and you could sort of feel that the confidence was down a little bit, naturally. But mine was up because I'd just been appointed the All Black forwards coach, so I was sort of on opposite ends, but I was really respectful.
Bit of a baptism by fire, is it, going to Africa for your first 2 tests?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get any better, would you? Honestly, can't wait. I think the key to coaching is you got to get to know your players and then coach them. But there's not a lot of time to do that. You don't have pre-season when you only got one training and next week you're going to South Africa.
So they can weigh about 900 kilograms. What's the weight of your scrum?
Nine.
So one
yeah,
buffalo.
one scrum.
That's quite crazy, eh? You can come and practice against this guy. But I don't think you'll play fair.
You know, whatever your role is in the team, we all need to own it. Do your own job and do it world class, better than anyone. You know, we had a forwards meeting and I just laid out my expectations right from the start. I was going to challenge them, I was going to be honest with them, I wasn't going to ask them to do anything I wouldn't do myself, but I expect the same both ways, and let's get into it.
We just come off a tough Irish series, and then we get 2 away games in South Africa. We had Jason Ryan join us. I'd gone back and taken over the attack portfolio because I just felt the team needed to hear my voice more in South Africa.
I felt that week was awesome for us as a team. The team was working really hard behind the scenes.
Jace had a pretty quick induction to Test match footy. I laugh, actually. He walks out onto the field and you can just see he's just like this is incredible. Like, you could just see him just processing it all. But he had these pants on.
Because my dress pants were massive. And I was... and yeah...
I just knew then he was going to be a really important part of the group because it didn't bother him. He was more interested in the performance and the environment we were in and the war zone we were in playing the Springboks.
An All Black team that's been under extreme pressure.
The one thing I think we learnt from week one was South Africa box kick and then they bomb you. I think we caught like 5 out of 14 box kicks.
Curtly Arisa, and look 21, grabs the scraps, it's Arisa!
And we obviously saw Beauden Barrett's horrific red card incident.
Beauden Barrett waits back.
Yeah, it was scary. It's the first thing I thought about, like, am I okay? Like, can I feel anything? But I didn't rush up because I knew it can be risky to do so. So I went through all the proper medical procedures and tried to stay out there, but I knew I wasn't right.
He is walking from the field, which is a good sign.
Test 1 didn't go well because just got rid of a couple of coaches and flying over the other side of the world. Whilst we all wanted Test 1 to go well, we needed time.
The mission was win the air, win the game. We had to come up with this plan, but also tell those wingers and fullbacks, like, just go up hard. And we had all these little details with protecting them and that, but they've still got to go up. You know, I'm like standing there like, yeah, bro, you'll be sweet. What happened to Bodie won't happen again.
Well, sacrifice is a word that makes you tremble. It's a word that connects us to the fact that if we want something that really means a lot to us, then we've got to give up something. And as an All Black, sacrifice is giving up something that hurts a little bit. In the end, we understand that greatness and great things don't ever come without a degree of sacrifice.
I remember saying to the boys just before Ellis Park, where else would you rather be right now? I'm like, yeah, let's go.
This is the game. These are the games you want to play. So much on the line. Rugby Championship was wide open.
Weber throws. Easily won by Etzebeth.
The bravery of that game was, you know, it was a team effort in the sense of forward stopped them all and stopped their momentum.
Making no progress at all. In fact, if anything, the All Blacks edging them back.
Backs need to stop their fast backs.
Beauden Barrett, some good scrambling defence from New Zealand.
But the back three have to win the air and go play those clips of the boys owning it.
And it is. Now a real test here. Geordie Barrett, beautifully done.
He goes to the air for Mapimpi to chase. Brilliant from Jordan.
And I think we caught 13 out of 15 boxes in the Joburg test. And that wins us a test.
Will Jordan, he's tipped it and off he's gone. Slips the pass.
Will Jordan caught one and quick tapped.
Here's Mo'unga using his bait. Away to Ioane.
Offload, Rico goes 50-odd.
Rico Ioane gets on the outside, inside the 22.
Barrel, 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 and then Deha with the boom.
Pops the pass. Harvey, and he scores. Oh, that's wins the game.
I've only had, little tears a couple of times. That was one of them.
I thought Foz and how he led the All Blacks that week as a man was amazing. There was a lot of emotion from us afterwards. The first person I went up to was Fletcher Newell, he just debuted as a tight head prop in South Africa. So it was cool to see that and see his dad coming over and those sort of things. That's what I enjoy. Not prancing around in front of cameras. I enjoy those little moments because that's what rugby's about and that's what the All Blacks are about.
And the All Blacks have silenced the critics.
Yes, I sort of fell into coaching, I guess. Always wanted to give back. Loved the game and had done scrum coaching. A lot of years volunteering and going around different clubs in Christchurch. I was paid at a good job. I had good flexibility. I was, travelling the country around the mines, selling mining and drilling gear. Got an opportunity with Canterbury. I had to make a big decision in my life, really, and I chucked everything on the line, left my job, and it was a conversation with Dad at the time, and he said, "You just got to back yourself." It was a real tough time for probably a good 2 years. We basically, after everything had sort of gone out, we had about $30 left a week. So yeah, we rolled pretty tight, real tight. But we always made sure that we did things that we needed to as a family, and we got through it.
What's it like when you got the call, to get to the All Blacks?
Yeah, I was proud. Probably when I rang Dad was when it really got me, like he knew what I'd put into it. That was really, really special, just hearing his voice and saying how proud he was and stuff, and it was cool.
It is a sellout. It is a perfect night for rugby.
One of Christchurch's favourite sons, Jason Ryan, is now part of the Brains Trust. Super coach Joe Schmidt is now officially on the whistle. It's time to put the soap opera of the past fortnight behind us and focus on the footy, because you know exactly what the opposition are bringing.
Looks good. This is looking really solid. Tokiaho keeps going and scores! All Blacks get the first try. Well, that's not a good throw, and it's going to be grabbed by Tokiaho. Savia flicks it away to Havili. Now Ioane looking for gap. Geordie Barrett is away, gets the pass off, and Caleb Clarkson.
I don't know if I've ever been part of a game, to be honest, where we've been so dominant in so many key areas and yet still lost the game.
Trying to play the game at high speed, but they concede a penalty.
Silling off on the ball.
And the All Blacks have now conceded 8 penalties in the first half.
We didn't trust our systems. We're giving away penalties at the breakdown, and they just keep accumulating points.
Right, here he goes. What a kick that is.
They didn't miss a kick, and we gave them too many shots.
These guys will not be happy. Heads down. Understand why.
7 minutes gone. Second half. Again, Scott Barrett goes early. This time can't get it.
They were desperate, they were hungry, and they had a plan.
And Argentina, and here's a try. Oh boy, Gonzalez.
They caught us on the hop a little bit in that second half, which was massively deflating after everything we'd been through.
We didn't grow, we didn't address what we needed to straight away, and and that's what cost us in the end.
And Kubeli kicks it out. Argentina win for the first time in New Zealand.
Yeah, I was gutted. I know I didn't prepare as well as I could have. Yeah, I could have set the boys up with some more detail around Argentina and how they play. And, you know, it was a tough one to take, especially at home in Christchurch. I was gutted for the boys too, but we probably didn't go back to zero and respected the Argies as much as we could have.
It definitely hurts. That's probably one of my hardest losses that I've had to take as an All Black.
Again, just some discipline and a little bit of frustration, and that's a key weapon they play.
Okay, busy week coming up, eh?
Yeah, again, cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
And that was the big wake-up call for me, I guess, as being an All Black coach, where you're not just trying to win, I guess, competitions or build points. You got to win every test.
It was a big learning. Really hard, because then it was just like all sparked again.
I'm a bit of a loss about where we're at right now. I really am.
I think the majority of New Zealanders are.
Do you think the heat will come back on you again this week? Are you expecting that?
Of course.
There's no doubt the players felt a lot of pressure, and none more than probably the captain at that time.
Ready, and...
You know, he was taking a lot of it personally, but, you know, it's part of the leadership role. It's not always easy, and, you know, I thought the way he dealt with that and during that period was phenomenal.
You just got to front up and own it.
Is it hard to do at times?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think the most important thing with the leadership is being authentic and being true to yourself and who you are, because when you're around the boys as much as you are, you know, live with each other for long periods and train, they'll see through any bull. Big part of being a rugby team, I think, is about earning respect, and if you're true to yourself, it goes a long way.
If we're serious about what we want to do, we have to be brutally honest and not avoid anything.
Being honest with yourself is everything as an All Black. And we dance on that edge, whether we ask ourselves, can we, will we, can I, will I? And all of those are questions that you ask yourself, you answer yourself, and you become a difficult opponent for anyone and anything when you can nod and say, yes, I can.
The losses are mounting and the knives are certainly out.
They need to win tonight or watch your rugby championship title hopes disappear.
We're in a pressure cooker, and right now the All Blacks are really struggling to deal with that pressure.
So much weighing on the shoulders of these young New Zealanders.
We were really upset as players. We knew we can't keep doing this, can't keep being a yo-yo. You need to create that knot in your gut, your own one, to get to that place. Because when we are in that place, we are dangerous.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We saw significant gains against a defence which we found hard to break down in Christchurch.
In poor conditions and wet night in Hamilton, played some unbelievable rugby.
Well, they can try their hand here, and now Rico Ioane breaking away brilliantly into space. Needs some support. Puts it up off. Finlay Christie is there. Great supporting play from the half
of those days where we turned up and everything went well.
Oh, the All Blacks threatening to go coast to coast here. Havili, beautiful ball away to Sam Cane. Johnny Barrett is out. That's a brilliant try. Well, may they applaud that in the coach's box.
Sam Cane's one of the best leaders I've ever seen and been under. There's no way the public can see that and appreciate that, but we do as players.
He's a leader of our men. And he is as hard as nails.
Sam Cane leaves the field.
And look at the ovation he's getting.
It has been an outstanding effort. Ardie Savea takes it quickly off the back, sends it away. Barrett, 50 up for the All Blacks. Outstanding response under all sorts of pressure from the All Blacks.
And we put on, what did we put on, 50-odd points or something?
They have thumped Argentina by 53-3.
Never one for being able to remember the scores, but we played well. That was hugely satisfying because it felt like it had been coming for a wee while.
Big test, teams under pressure, guest player of the game, like, that's pretty special.
We're really stoked to be able to put out a performance we're proud of at home. It's not something we've really done this year, and so massive thank you to the fans who have turned out tonight and the fans that have been supporting us from afar.
Skip was phenomenal last night, and he'll need to back that up again, and he'll know that, but he should be pretty proud of his performance, definitely. The ingredients are all there. It's just that consistency of performance week after week that is the expectations of being an All Black.
Where to from here? What are your hopes, expectations?
Yeah, I don't like to hope.
Well, what do you think this team's capable of?
Winning a World Cup. Whatever's going on outside of the walls of the All Blacks or our environment or our hotel, we've got to trust each other to do the job. And you know, we need the whole country behind us. 5 million, not 3 and 2 on the fence. We need everyone behind the All Blacks, and it's achievable.
As a rugby player and an All Black, we don't, bleat from the rooftops when we're successful, but we also try not to get too down on ourselves when we're not successful. But the moment it stops hurting is the moment it doesn't mean as much. And when it doesn't mean as much, there's no way you're going to find that real inner drive and that want and desire to be the best.
It just felt like so many things were just going wrong. It was sucked being in here.
To go through all that pain and adversity, only good can come from it.
He's taken too long. They were trying to run the clock down. This is a sensation.
There's a deep desire that's in there from the boys around what our mission is.
Go, Caleb! Go, Caleb!
In the moment, I was like, move, legs, come on.
The majestic black jersey, it just means everything to me.
There's not a dull moment when you're coaching this team.
1, 2, 3! Brothers!